So with your role, how do you start? Like, what's your process? Say, hey, we got to tell this story. Every creative has a certain way to structure it to get through the whole process. What's your process on how this works?
Well, again, any creative artist will approach their work in a very particular way. So because I'm dealing with these big stories, and I'm also thinking about the practicalities of how to tell it, how many people I've got, how much time I have, how much money I have, all of those, I start with those parameters and I slap those down around me, and then I start to think, how do I want to tell this story? And a lot of the time it's what don't I want to do? What are the choices? So with something like Beauty and the Beast, I didn't want to create another version of Disney's because it would be a problem. But I wanted to go back to the original versions and start to dig a little bit deeper into that. And so much of my stuff will have backstory that won't necessarily be portrayed on stage, but it informs the actors. So I create a synopsis, which then goes to storyboarding it, so that when I'm working with my composer, I can be very specific about every second of action, what is required, what is going to happen in terms of the narrative and the direction of it, not the steps. The steps are come later, but the actual narrative of the piece, how I'm going to structure, what will flow, how we'll get from one scene to the next. I write all that down. So I end up with this sort of 30, 40-page document that then I can work with my creative team. And as a designer would do for a play or something. I read the play and I go, oh, we need one of those, two of those. So I work that way with my creative team. And that process can be 1, 2, 3, 5 years. In the making, and at the same time, you're raising the money to necessarily do it. So you're saying we need a budget. What's the budget? So I'm very realistic. So I try and keep my budgets possible, attainable, affordable, and then for that, we're creating a whole new work with new music, new everything, with our orchestra. If we can put kids into it, great. Beauty and the Beast is going to have a lot of children in it. So it's a lengthy process, but it's a roadmap to being able to get the thing done in time, because I only have 5 weeks in the studio, 30 hours a week. It's pretty intense, full on.
Chaotic.
Moving. You're moving, but you're also diving in and out of things, because you can't work a dance for more than so many hours. You can't have this one because you just use them here. So you have to be able to dive in and out of the project, as you do with movie making. We're going to do scene 1 and 24, because that's the setup. We're going to do it today. Well, so you need to really understand what the journey and the narrative is. Most other people I know who create full-length ballets don't do any of that.
No.
They simply don't do that. They think, okay, we're going to tell the story. They'll write down some notes, and then they basically go in and they just choreograph steps. And the difference is you can get lost in the steps, so you can end up with some incredible movement, as we saw this past weekend.
It goes on a tangent.
It goes on a tangent, and then it's like the actor speaking slowly or just going so far off script that you're kind of going, okay, you just killed the scene because it's now 10 minutes longer than it needs to be, and the audience doesn't know what's going on, and they don't care about you, and they don't care about this. So it's a question of what you want, how you want to do these things, and I'm all about connecting and breaking hearts.
Hey, that's a good way to live life. That's a good one.
There you go.
I'm all about connecting and breaking hearts. We're gonna make T-shirts with that. So being,
and we'll reverse them. So today I'm connecting, today I'm breaking.